Welcome to Rich Insider. If you're new here, consider subscribing to our channel so that you can enjoy all our latest updates. In today's episode, we are going to unfold the key reasons why Germany is struggling. The German economy, Europe's biggest, was the weakest among its large eurozone peers last year, mainly due to high energy costs and record high interest rates. Germany faces some serious economic challenges, but they aren't necessarily the ones getting the most media attention. This year, Germany is the slowest growing economy among the G7 countries. Historically, Germany has been an economic powerhouse, a symbol of stability and prosperity in the heart of Europe. However, recent times have seen a notable slowdown in its growth. Compared to the other G7 nations, Germany's GDP growth rate has been trailing, reflecting a sluggish economic performance. Unemployment rates, although relatively low, have been fluctuating, and the inflation rate has been on an upward trend. These indicators, while not definitive, paint a picture of an economy that is struggling to keep pace. The reasons behind this deceleration are complex and multifaceted, ranging from lack of public investment and productivity issues to labor shortages and bureaucratic hurdles. Although inflation is expected to ease this year, growth is forecast to remain relatively weak. The German government recently raised its economic growth forecast by just 0.1% from last year. One of the key factors bogging down Germany's economy is underinvestment. To grasp the gravity of this issue, let's first understand what underinvestment means. It refers to a scenario where a country is not investing enough to maintain its economic health, especially in areas such as infrastructure, education, and innovation. In the case of Germany, this lack of investment is particularly evident. For instance, the country's infrastructure, a once shining beacon of German efficiency, is now showing signs of strain. In fact, among all the OECD countries, Germany invests the least amount of money on public infrastructure. Roads, bridges, and public buildings are in dire need of renovation, and the digital infrastructure lags behind many of its European neighbors. Similarly, underinvestment in education and innovation can suppress Germany's ability to compete on a global scale. The country's education system, while robust, is struggling to adapt to the rapidly changing demands of the 21st century, leading to a skills gap in critical sectors. Meanwhile, the lack of funding for innovation is causing Germany to fall behind in the global race for technological advancement. This underinvestment has serious implications for economic growth, productivity, and competitiveness. Without the necessary investment in these key areas, Germany's economy is unable to grow at its full potential. The productivity of its workforce is hampered, and the country's ability to compete with other economies is compromised. The lack of investment is a significant hurdle for Germany's economic progress. To overcome this, it is crucial for Germany to increase its public spending and encourage private investment. Only then can the country hope to reverse its economic slowdown and re-establish itself as a leading global economy. The country's productivity growth has been lagging, largely due to factors such as technological change, skills shortages, and regulatory barriers. Technological change, while an essential driver of productivity, is a positive negative. If not properly managed, it can lead to job displacement and increased inequality. Skills shortages are another major hurdle. Germany's education system, while robust, is struggling to keep pace with the rapidly evolving demands of the modern economy. This has resulted in a mismatch between the skills workers have and the skills businesses need, further hampering productivity. Regulatory barriers also pose a significant challenge. Overly stringent regulations can hamper innovation and discourage businesses from investing in new technologies and processes. This not only impedes productivity growth but also undermines Germany's competitiveness on the global stage. Innovation is the lifeblood of a thriving economy. It drives productivity growth, fuels competitiveness, and fosters economic resilience. Yet Germany's innovation performance has been flat, if not decline, mainly due to underinvestment in research and development, education, and digitalization. For instance, according to a Global Innovation Index 2023 report, Germany ranks 13th in innovation inputs. This position is lower than last year. However, there are initiatives in place aimed at enhancing productivity and fostering innovation. These include increased investment in research and development, reforms to the education system to better align it with the needs of the 21st century economy, and efforts to digitalize the economy. If effectively implemented, these measures could go a long way in boosting Germany's productivity and innovation performance. Like many other EU countries, another significant challenge for Germany's economy is labour shortages, mainly driven by an ageing population. This demographic shift is leading to a smaller workforce, which in turn is causing a talent crunch in key sectors of the economy. Aging demographics not only decrease the labour pool, but they also disrupt the skills equilibrium within the market. The result: skills, mismatches and talent retention issues. This presents a dual challenge. Not only must Germany find ways to fill these labour gaps, but it must also ensure that the skills of its workforce align with the changing demands of its economy. It's a bit like trying to hit a moving target while balancing on a tightrope. So how can these labour shortages be addressed? One strategy is through immigration policies. By welcoming skilled workers from abroad, Germany can supplement its domestic labour force while also bringing in fresh perspectives and ideas. But this is only part of the solution. Workforce training and reskilling initiatives are also paramount. By investing in the education and training of its existing workforce, Germany can ensure that its workers have the skills needed for the jobs of today and tomorrow. This not only helps to fill labour gaps, but also boosts productivity and competitiveness. Finally, flexible work arrangements could also play a role in mitigating labour shortages. By offering options such as remote work, part-time roles and job sharing, employers can tap into a broader pool of potential workers, including those who might not be able to commit to a traditional 9-to-5 role. Addressing labour shortages and demographic changes is crucial for Germany's economic future. Red tape and regulatory burdens also pose significant challenges to Germany's economic growth. The labyrinth of bureaucracy can reduce business investment, hamper entrepreneurship, and dampen the dynamism that's essential for a thriving economy. Excessive bureaucracy imposes substantial costs on businesses, large and small. It not only consumes valuable time and resources, but also creates an environment of uncertainty and risk. For startups and small businesses, the bureaucratic maze can be especially daunting, potentially discouraging innovation and hindering the birth of new industries. The impact of this bureaucratic burden extends beyond businesses. It seeps into the wider economy, slowing down processes and creating inefficiencies that ultimately affect growth. It's a vicious cycle, with each layer of bureaucracy potentially adding to the economic stagnation. But all is not lost. Potential reforms could streamline regulations and foster a more business-friendly environment. Simplifying administrative procedures, improving public service efficiency, and implementing digital solutions could reduce the bureaucratic burden significantly. Additionally, fostering a culture of transparency and accountability within administrative bodies could further enhance efficiency. Reforms aren't just about removing regulations, but ensuring they are clear, fair, and facilitate rather than obstruct business operations. It's about striking a balance between protecting public interests and promoting economic dynamism. Cutting through the red tape is a necessary step for Germany to regain its economic momentum. So, what's being done to address these challenges, and what does the future hold for Germany's economy? Governmental policy responses to Germany's economic challenges have been a mixed bag. On one hand, there's been an uptick in public investment in infrastructure, education, and innovation, which has begun to address the underinvestment issue. On the other hand, the regulatory barriers and bureaucracy that have long challenged business investment and entrepreneurship are proving harder to dismantle. Structural reforms are key to revitalizing Germany's economy. Reducing red tape, improving administrative efficiency, and fostering a business-friendly environment are all crucial steps that need to be taken. Efforts are underway, however, progress has been slower than desired. On the global stage, Germany has been actively seeking international cooperation to manage the economic headwinds. This includes working with other nations to address supply chain disruptions and to stabilize the global financial system. As for the future, the outlook for Germany's economy hinges on how effectively these challenges are tackled. The country's economic forecast for 2024 shows minimal growth, with risks of recession due to high interest rates and labor market challenges. However, if these issues are addressed head-on, Germany has the potential to bounce back. The sectors that are currently distressed, such as real estate, industrials and retail, could see a turnaround if the right measures are put in place. The healthcare sector, despite its current liquidity, could also benefit from policy changes, especially those aimed at reducing the burden on leveraged firms. In the long run, the key to Germany's economic resurgence lies in its ability to adapt. This includes not only adapting to a changing global economy, but also to internal demographic shifts. Strategies such as implementing favorable immigration policies, promoting workforce training, and encouraging flexible work arrangements could help to alleviate labor shortages and boost economic dynamism. As we look ahead, it's clear that addressing these challenges is key to Germany's economic resurgence. Thanks for taking a closer look at the German economy and uncovering some of its weaknesses. But wait, there's more. France is also facing its own challenges. In fact, both Germany and France are now being named as the sick man of Europe. The recent measures from the French government can make matters worse. Join us in our next video where we'll dive deep into the complexities of the French economy. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for insights you won't find anywhere else. See you on the other side.